Are we Solomon? We finna...
One second.
Okay.
I remember the media portrays Black LA as garbage.
All right, we're live.
We live?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, which is crazy because we usually do this show at night, but good morning. Our guest today has us up here in the morning time, and I actually love it because I got high energy today. I'm feeling blessed. This is actually the revamped version of our podcast, which is now the SBRBN Podcast. We are here. I got my beautiful co-host Tallie in the building. Tallie, how you feeling?
It's good. Happy morning. I'm so happy to be recording in the morning actually too, because I love the morning energy. But yeah, I think we all just feeling good. Good. The SBRBN logo looks new and revamped, so I'm feeling it. It looks good. And then we have a special guest here today, which I'm super excited about too.
Yes. You don't run your account. You have a social media account manager?
We have somebody that does stuff. I'm so busy I barely have time to touch it.
I've been pestering this man and his team to get this interview, and I've been so excited to do this interview. You have no idea.
It was you guys?
Yes, pestering. Like, I'm a dog.
It was you guys all that time?
Bro,
look, he didn't even have to say who it was. He just said,
pestering.
Like, wait a minute. There's only one that I know I have not done for the longest. It was you guys.
Pestering. And there's so many people that, like, I've had the opportunity to meet, speak with, sit down with. Like, I'm thankful for this platform. It's put me in front of so many people. But you are somebody that I wanted to interview for the longest. Like, your brand, what you do, it gets me excited. And I think it's because you're so excited.
Thank you.
But without further ado, we got Duane Earl in the building, one of the owners of Earles on Crenshaw, which is so special. But bro, your name is Duane? Come on, man. I thought your name was Earle, bro.
I pretty much have 4 or 5 different names. Duane is my first name.
Yes.
Earle is our last name.
Okay.
I was born in Trinidad, but we grew up in Brooklyn. Now, the thing about New York, everybody named Earle. Like, literally, Earle is every other person is an Earle. So God just gave away that name. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's Earle. But when you cross the Mississippi and you come to Cali, it's sporadic. You barely hear that name Earle.
Yes, facts.
Earle is a mechanic name, or Earle the mechanic. That's where they're Earle the plumber, or something. That's where they know they'll hear it. But it's rare. So, over the years, people just got used to that name as Earle. I'm in the music industry also. Once they heard my other name, they were like, well, who's this and who's Earle? Who's Duane, So, yes, set it straight. Duane is my first name. Earle is my last name. And Carrie, my brother who started it, Carrie's his first name. So Earle is, now people can understand where we got the name Earle's Restaurant.
Man, that's going to kill him. Because I know people do not know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I came in like, hey, Earle, how's it going? Ready to, I was like, we talking to Earle today. Earle's on
He kept it so P that he just kept going with it like, yeah, man.
I'm sure you just adopted it as
let me tell you, when I had the hot dog cart, it was Hot Dog Man,
Okay.
So I'm like, for real. It felt good to see the name really just take its own shape.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would have been, do you think it would have been Duane's on Crenshaw?
No,
never.
And I've always loved my name, Duane, but I've always felt that, like if I go to a restaurant, if I go to a Chinese restaurant, I'm one of those type of people where I understand there's a language barrier. I don't like going somewhere and just berating a culture or something like that, because you could clearly see that the person didn't hear you, if you might be mumbling or whatever. And owning a restaurant, these are things that I come to expect, and I tell my team to look out for. So when I go to a restaurant, especially if it's a Chinese restaurant, I don't say Duane, because I know it's hard for them to pronounce it. So I'll go Don.
Okay.
It's easier for them to say Don than to go Duane. Don.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I just Don,
Yeah.
I used to go to the restaurants and my girlfriend, why don't you just tell them Duane? I said, because I want to make life easy for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Don,
Take us back, because I know you guys started with a hot dog cart.
Yes, sir.
Right. Can you just it started in Brooklyn, or it started out here with the hot dog?
We would have never tried this in New York. New York at the time back then, it was all mafia run. The Italians and
you had to pay that fee.
Yeah, it was payola.
Really?
Wow. It was, and New York has a real weird type of setup. You got to pay to play, in that city.
Okay.
They're limited on space. There's only, I never really, we never thought about it. We started out here.
Hold on. Are you saying LA is better than New York?
When it came to
say it.
LA, well, you know what? Let me rewind the tape. I have been out here 40 plus years.
Yeah.
After 10 years, I threw in my New York towel.
Let's go.
After 10 years, yeah, you get
Yeah.
So I came out here in 84, 85. So from 85 to 95, when it hit 96, when I was like, okay, 10 years, I'm officially LA. But I had to absorb LA. I had to do the pros and the cons. You know, New York is nice, but LA's weather is 10 times better.
Oh, for sure.
You know, New York is nice, but you're living on top of each other like rats and roaches. You know, the worst apartment complex in Los Angeles got swimming pools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got 2 or 3 bedrooms. You know, New York is nice, but I'm cool on taking buses and trains.
Yeah.
You know, you got 16-year-olds in high school driving cars out here, getting from A to B. New York is nice, but the roads suck. California, we landed at the LAX, my first coming out the airport. Weather felt beautiful. We get on the road. It felt like we was in Miami, smooth roads.
Right.
And I ain't never been to Miami.
You know what's crazy though? I feel like LA is doing a bunch of stuff to become New York. Like we're stacking our houses now. We're trying to get these like trains.
It's slowly stacking, but in our case, we just need to do it because of the population expanding. You see, a lot of people forget every month we have 50 to 100,000 people moving in. As much as we have people moving out, old statistics show that we have at least 50,000 or more moving in monthly. Now, we always complain about traffic. That's 50,000 moving in a month. Every day somebody turning 16, 17, 18, need a permit, need a you know what I'm saying? Need a driver's license, need the car. They ain't driving mama daddy car. They're going to get their first little bucket.
Yeah.
You know, every day we got thousands of cars being added to the road. And, you know, and I can see where they try to get like New York with the bike lanes, try to make things happy, you know, and smooth and efficient. But New York is just a different beast.
Yeah.
It's small, it's congested. Too many people are packed in, you know. Out here,
It's open.
Yeah, it's open. You gotta love LA, man.
One thing I feel like is special about Earles is that obviously it's on Crenshaw, and that's part of the name. Earles on Crenshaw. How important was it for you to kind of be part of that community? And I guess how did you, land there when you brought the business over?
Well, I'm gonna answer his first question. When we came out here, first of all, my brother came out here first. My brother came out here to study aeronautical engineering. He wanted to design spy planes. My brother came out here to do that, 83, 84. Ended up working for an attorney as a process server. He was delivering subpoenas so you can appear in court. He goes to Venice Beach and sees some white guys working a hot dog cart. He watched them for about 2-3 hours, making money. My brother went home and took his aeronautical skills, and instead of designing a spy plane, he designed a hot dog cart. Took it to a welder. They put it together. 2 weeks later, he quit his job on a Friday. He went to work Venice Beach that Saturday, cold turkey.
Damn.
He worked it for 2.5 years with his girlfriend at the time. He learned the ups, the downs, the ins and outs, the highs, the lows, the yes, the no's, who to pay, who not to pay. He learned about you got to get there early to get this spot. He learned the police gonna mess with you here. He learned the health. He learned all that stuff. By that time, I came out here in 85. Crack epidemic hit New York. So I had to leave New York. You know, I had just graduated. For me, it was like just run the streets like any other young youth. You know, I didn't want to work. It was just criminal activity. My brother was like, hey, man, come on out here. You do your rap music. There's too many people rapping in New York. Come on out here. Do your rap and work a hot dog cart with me. I was like, oh, Hollywood it is.
Yeah.
Hollywood it is. All I remember was, at the time, it was Miami Vice was on TV, bright lights, Hollywood. I knew I'm going to make it. I came out here. I was ready to go back in 2 weeks.
Why?
I was like, this place was garbage.
Damn.
2 weeks, I was like, get me out of here.
How? Why?
Well, what happened was my brother gassed me up on the rap.
Oh, you smart for music.
Yeah, I was really moved on the music. I was like, okay, we go work a hot dog cart on the side. Yeah, I'm telling all my friends in New York, I'm about to go tear up the world.
Right.
You know, I'm leaving New York where hip hop is like, man, you had grandmas rapping at the time.
Yeah.
The rapping grandma. So that's how far it elevated. In New York, we were all in technical style and using 23-syllable words and everything. So I'm coming out here, I'm going to do damage.
Yeah, man.
I get out here. You know, it's beautiful weather, beautiful women. The first club I go to was Radiotron. Ice-T had a club called Radiotron. I come out there, Oh my God, my brother hook it up. I'm gonna do the show. I get up on stage. I get out there doing my LL Cool J. I got my belt top, my Kango on, my Adidas.
You was fresh.
Dude, I was wearing skinny Adidas sweatsuits before it was skinny jeans.
Yeah.
You know, that was the style. B-boy, cross the arms and, show you. And I went up on stage and I did one of the biggest Ultimator, the Devastator, so versatile, the rhyme creator, catastrophic, my rhyme topic, so destructive and yet deductive. But battle me, step in the line, massacre, the throne is mine. Yeah, I was 11th, 12th grade rapping like that. I rapped that, came out, the beat was banging. I swear to you, when it finished, total silence. Them people looked at me. It was like crickets and frogs chirping. It was just total silence. And I'm looking at the crowd like, are you kidding me? And my name at the time was Cool D. And the worst thing was the MC goes, yeah, all right. So the coolest D Cool. Cool. All right, the guy Cool D Cool from New York. Yeah, let's give it to him. And like 4 or 5 people clapped.
Damn.
I walked off the stage like this, just in total disgust, because I'm like, where am I?
Yeah.
And as I'm walking off the stage, 3 dudes run right by me. They got short pants on, penny loafers on. Their socks are sagging. They got polo shirts with the collars turned up, Gumby hairstyles. I'm like, huh? The MC screams out, and now the Gumby Boys. I'm like, Gumby Boys? There was a group called the Gumby Boys. There was a song called the Gumby Dance back in the days.
Yeah.
These dudes jumped on stage and did a Gumby dance. The crowd just went bananas. I looked at this.
You was fuming right there.
I was fuming was the understatement of the word. Bro, I walked off the stage in total disgust.
That was like your villain origin
Oh
story right
my
there.
gosh, that was the moment. I saw there was 3 dudes that was just standing there, and I could tell they was from New York the way they was dressed. And I looked at them. They looked at me. They was like, "You ain't from here, man." I was like, "Bro, I'm from New York, man." They was like, "I could tell the way you dress." I looked at them like, I tell you from New York too, just the way y'all sound. They was like, yeah, we went up there. We ain't had no chance, bro. We should have told you.
Damn.
That was my first experience in LA.
Oh, wow.
Where I was like, oh, I got to go back.
Oh, wow.
You know? And then slowly, I'll tell you what really made me stay. That first day that we had a good work day. I remember we worked a Saturday and a Sunday.
Doing the hot dog.
Yeah, it was just Saturday and Sundays we worked that hot dog cart. Now, mind you, what made the hot dog cart unique was my brother built it. It had a grill attached. While everybody else was boiling, steaming hot dogs or cooking them on a flat top, we had a grill where I was splitting and grilling them over a flame.
That's fire.
So I had a special technique.
No pun intended.
Yeah, you know, nobody else was doing this. And for real, one of the reasons I was splitting and grilling them is because it prolonged the life of the hot dog.
I never understood why people do that, because I see it now.
Some people do it, you know, it's good for
Yeah.
taste and everything.
yeah.
A New York dog, they're not going to do that. New York is just boiled or steamed. You eat it, it's one particular dog, and it snaps
Okay.
with pops because of a casing on it.
Yeah.
But in New York, it's just 3 toppings: sauerkraut, brown mustard, and cooked onions.
Right.
I come out here, they're putting chili cheese, mayo, they're doing everything in the world. So I had to change from a New York style mentality and create something totally different.
Wow.
And the fact that we were splitting and grilling them was unique. When I had my hot dog cart, I used to have a little table next to it. We were set up in the parking lot of what was called the Crenshaw swap meet. I was there from 1985 to 1996 with our hot dog cart. Nobody was doing no hot dogs. You can count the amount of black businesses that were out there. You can count them, okay? There were none, all right? We were splitting and grilling. We were on a back street in the jungles, a heavily, predominantly red blood area. But I had people coming from all over the city, back streets, just to come and get my food because it was split and grilled. The reason why I used to split it and grill it is because I used to have a bunch of elderly men that used to sit at the hot dog cart. And these guys used to say, man, we love your hot dog, the way you put the chili and cheese and you melt everything on it and everything. But the problem is, every time we eat it, our dentures would fall out. And I thought it was
This is real life?
this is real. This is like 84, 85.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious until one day I looked and I noticed on the table, I used to have a little table, they played dominoes. There was always 2 of them had boxes. And I always wondered what was in the box.
Yeah.
I thought it was tobacco or something. And then one day I made the dog for the guy, I gave it to him, and I see him pull his teeth out and put it in the box.
Oh my goodness.
2 of them.
That's sick.
So I'm like, wow. It really was.
Yeah.
They really was talking about it. And that next day, I said, let me cut this dog the way I do, like mine. I split it down the middle, chopped it, little Benihana, I call it Blackihana style. Chopped it. I gave it to them. God is my witness. That dude was like, hey, bro, I don't know what you did different, but he was like, that dog melted in my mouth. He was like, it just fell apart. Like, and I was like, that's nothing. It's just doing it the way I like to do it.
Yeah.
You know, my attitude was, if it's nothing to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
Took 3 seconds.
But adds that much more to the experience.
It added more to the experience, and then it became just a regular habitual thing for me. Now, 40 years later, you're the only one in America that splits and grills hot dogs. Mind you, I boast and brag, but until I hear otherwise, then I'll stop.
You stop.
I get thousands of customers that come in monthly and tell us, you guys are unique. We're the only ones that split and grill. We specialize in hot dogs where everybody else is going to specialize in 2 or 3. We're going to split and grill it over a flame where everybody else is going to cook over a flat top. They're going to take the easy route. It's easy to train somebody to cut it and cook it on a flat top. Cook it over a grill.
Flat top is just like
Just the flat thing with heat coming.
Where heat come. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
A 6-year-old could do that.
Yeah.
Cook over a flame. Stay over that flame. Cook it like you cooking steak. In fact, we cook better than steak because when you're cooking steak, you're putting that on the grill and you're walking away. And then you're coming back for 2 minutes and flipping it and then you're walking away. No, with us, it's hands-on. We in front the flame. You cannot say it's hot. Get out the kitchen. You can't say that with us.
Okay, look, so we got some of the photos up there. Those look so good. I'm like hungry actually.
Yeah, I was sounding that dog. Question, cause you mentioned like you was in Crenshaw. You started with this hot dog joint. And when I leave like a Laker game or whatever, we see like they're out there with these hot bacon wrapped hot dogs and they hustling
with the onions and they make it smell
and
good.
it smells so good. But what I notice is, and just hearing you break it down, is like I don't really see too many black people doing it. I see a lot of it's mostly Hispanic.
More Hispanics.
Why do you think, as a black coach, like why do you think we don't?
Our biggest problem is pride.
Facts.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you something about me. Can't nobody shut me down or shut me up. We started with a hot dog cart. We came from the gutter. We from the dirt. So can't nobody tell me what I know in business expertise and what I've learned, and from the thousands of customers that I've personally spoken with, the thousands of customers that still come and talk to me. You know, Food Man is like a psychiatrist. You're gonna talk to me and you're gonna tell me your problems. You're gonna tell me everything. So I know everything. And our biggest problem is we have too much pride. We are cool. We're too cool for ourselves. And that hurts our community. It hurts us economically too.
It does.
It hurts us badly. You know?
You eat those?
What?
Those hot dogs after
No,
the
I only
concerts?
eat Earles.
Have you ever?
No.
You know,
I've had one.
And let me tell you something. It's an LA style of dog. You know, in Latin American countries, this is how they'll make them. They'll wrap them with the bacon. My reason for not using bacon is because we just don't use pork. You know, it's greasy. You know, the majority of my customers don't like pork. I'm not gonna have it mixing in with the other meats. It's hard to clean. It's dirty to clean. It's greasy to, very greasy. You know, what else makes us unique? I'm the only restaurant in America that has an entire vegan menu. Everybody else has a vegan item.
Yeah.
No, we have a vegan menu.
I didn't know. I thought you just had that one.
No, you can bring your most hardcore vegan friend. I am the only restaurant a vegan can walk into with a meat eater and comfortably order.
How do you keep it separate though? Because
it has its own grill.
Ooh.
This is how we shut them down. Come on now, we in the hood and we thinking like we on the west side. No, we're not thinking we on the west side. We just thinking common sense.
How did you get exposed to the vegan side of things? Did you always start out vegan, or was it later down the line?
It was a gradual thing. Back in the I'd say in the early 90s, when we opened up our first brick and mortar. You're in the black community, so we had a lot of Muslim. You know, a lot of my catering is on the west side, so you have a lot of Jewish. So these people over the years gradually, hey, could you add chicken? Can you add turkey? Can you add vegan? So there were vegan products that we gradually added in. You know, test the market, test it, ask questions, test it, ask questions, test it, you know. And my brother really did heavy research, you know. The price fluctuates here and there in different places. You can't get it in the supermarket because it's not as wholesale price as you would at Smart and Final or Restaurant Depot type spots. So he did a lot of research till we fine-tuned it. Now we're at the point where the company we're working with Beyond Meat,
Okay.
You know, I mean, we were working with this company before it even went to market. A year before it went to market, I was cooking their food before it went. A year before it was even in the stores.
Dope.
You know, so we learned how to prepare it really good. What makes us unique again is the fact that most restaurants have a vegan item. With us, you have a vegan menu. With us, the vegan have their own grill. This is the only place a vegan can get a vegan dog, vegan ling, vegan burger with vegan chili, vegan cheese, vegan mayo. The fries are cooked separately in their own, you know, the fries are cooked in vegetable oil. We hit them with seasoning salt. We don't cook any fish in that oil, no chicken in that oil, and we clean it every night. Now, that type of stuff puts us in the 1 percentile now.
And it widens your audience too, in terms of like you said, you can bring in a new consumer, but also just people in the community. If they've been wanting to try vegan, I feel like sometimes it's harder to find that, you know,
it's extremely hard. Let me tell you something. This is the funny world we live in. I look at all these restaurants that are out right now. I look at the valuations. They're worth billions. They're worth hundreds of millions. I look at all these analysts that got it figured out.
Quote unquote.
Figured out, because you've made money in the past. I got friends that own, whose family got franchises and they got it figured out. And it's almost embarrassing. It hurts, because I sit there and I'm like, y'all don't even look at us for any form of investment, huh? Y'all don't look at us as being the only ones in America that split and grill. The only ones that have an entire hot dog plethora. Everybody else gonna do 2 or 3. We got about 5 to 7 different types of hot dogs we specialize in. But forget all that. What really makes us unique? You put $1 billion value on 10 of these companies. You could put 10 of the hottest companies, name them right now. You put valuation on that, and you know what they all have in common? They have vegan item. What do I have differently from all of them? I have a vegan menu. You mean you guys got that big without including vegans? Wow. Imagine how big I'm gonna get, and I got the other half of the population.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
How do you get that big? Like, how do you, is it funding? Like, you need
I get that big because of people like you.
Hey, I'll take it.
It's people like you that help get my word out there, that are ready. If I only were to drop names of the A-listers that we do catering for, if I only drop the names.
Can I do it?
I couldn't even drop names, brother. I wouldn't even lie. If people only knew the names that whose backyards, whose kids we are in.
Yeah.
And, you know, hey, y'all made your money your way. But it hurts sometimes when, you know, man, I got 25 years with you and you haven't even stepped to me and said, you guys are ready to franchise. Yet I know you franchise with other companies or you started other businesses. And I realize, you know what it is? It is what it is.
Well, do you think part of it is like, or do you ever like hit like, hey, like I'm trying to franchise, what's up? Or do you kind of want them to?
You know, sometimes when I'm cooking the food, it's amazing. You could cook the food in a very influential person's backyard, and they could come up and say, oh my God, this was some of the best sliders, brisket, ribs. I mean, we do everything. One of the most incredible catering menus you'll ever see. You know, just the whole setup, the ambiance, the whole nine, you know. And just to hear that, and I sit back and I'm like, wow, we've hit the top black rich, I've hit the top anybody who was somebody in Hollywood in the 90s, in the music and the industry and in sporting, we did them.
Yeah.
Never approached us in anything. So I used to be mad at that. That was a different story. But then now we got the 2000s, and then the social media hits, and now we're on the west side.
Yeah.
And now it's a different set of people that are doing it. Now I don't drop the names of the influential black folks that didn't look out for me back then, because they did look out for me. They gave me catering.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to give me open up franchises. Yes, you are. You're supposed to help your people.
There you go. Facts.
Yes, you are. Do what you want with your money. Please don't let me be that ignorant black man that's like, oh man, you're supposed to do this. Please don't let me do that. Please don't let me do that. But I'm Earle, and y'all can't tell me nothing. I know where I came from, and I know what I've seen. I used to have ball players come to my hot dog cart and pull out thousands of dollars just to get a drink to impress the young women that were online. Thousands.
Facts.
Thousands. You know what I'm saying? So I feel good. It's like my time is coming. Social media, I'll tell you, for those same individuals that didn't mess with me back then, last year's price is not this year's price.
Amen.
Amen. Cheers to that. So that kind of brings me to a question that I had actually, in terms of expanding, the business, and how you kind of reflected on the last few years in franchising. Where do you kind of see things going, and do you want to expand, into different communities, and what does that look like?
Definitely. There are a few influencers that I watch. I love watching how they curate their stories, how their images are brought about, their stories are out there. And I realized I could take the regular route like most people and glorify, or I could take the route like most people and educate too. When I look at the amount of people that have started businesses because of my brother and I, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. You know what it's like when people say you guys are the role models in the community? It feels great. I'm a Gemini. It feels good to hear that. But I'm a Gemini, and I look at the other side of the coin. There's no celebrity in my neighborhood that is that one that uplifted the neighborhood. You got the hot dog man as the role model. That's
Right.
insulting. That's insulting. So you know what I'm going to do? Since them celebs and those that are influential that can make a significant difference, mind you, not with their money. They're rich enough where they use corporate money now. All right? Mind you, they'll never use their money. Now I say, you know what? Let me curate myself. Let me big my image up. You know what? Without that celeb, I got these people flying in around the world because I'm just being genuine. So you know what? If that's what's going to do it, then that's what's going to get it. If these people are not going to look at this ball player or that rapper or that goofball with all that jewelry that's not doing anything for his neighborhood or community, they're going to look up to me. Then you know what? I'll be that higher person. I'll be the upper. I'll take the higher road. So my next move, keep getting my image out there. Work on that image. Get it out there. Create value. I'm ready to go open up. You know what? As much as I can open up an Earles in every city in Los Angeles. There's 60 cities in Los Angeles. The hater would say, no, don't do that. Don't do that, because we want to keep you the same. That's not a hater. That's a person that doesn't want to see a black man expand. Me, I want to get like In-N-Out. Can we get on that page? In-N-Out figured it out. Can you at least give this black man some motivation to say you gonna figure it out too? Because you best believe I'm gonna get my 40 years back out of this.
Right.
Yeah.
You best believe that.
Right.
So if they figured it out, I'm gonna figure it out. But now with the way real estate is, I'm not gonna wanna do anything in LA anymore, because you're just giving your money to a real estate. Somebody that's got property. Maybe a ghost kitchen, maybe open up like Mr.
Smart.
Beast. I like what Beast did, open up a bunch of ghost kitchens.
You would do ghost kitchen?
I would do that.
I like the.
The only problem with the ghost kitchen, the problem that he had was quality control. And his business generated over $100 million. I could see mine doing that easy. I'll be the only ones that are splitting grilling my vegan menu. I'm not even worried about that. My biggest thing is quality control. So I realized I would have to dummy my menu down, simplify it.
Yeah.
The biggest problem he has a big lawsuit going on with the company he partnered with. They made over $100 million. Mr. Beast got big because of viewership, because of social media comment and such. These guys got big because of hardcore money, just investment restaurant. Their argument was, when they read the comments, the viewers were saying that the food was garbage.
Yeah.
It was less than spectacular. And he lives on this. Mr. Beast was like, well, you know what? F it. If they talking bag, I don't want nothing to do with this. They're like, yo, this is $100 million. He's like, I don't give a shit. I got chocolates. I got this. I got that. I don't need this. They're like, hey, bro, before you make this decision, he's like, no, I don't want it. So I'm like, whoa, that's gangster. You made over $100 million and you straight don't want it? Must be serious for you to not want it. So I take that seriously. For you to be like that, oh, yeah, I'm not just opening up a ghost kitchen. I'm going to make sure it's tight-ass ghost kitchen if I open up one. You know, Vegas. If I open up one, I got so many friends and fans and family that's living in Vegas. That's like, yo, hey, come on out here. That's a no-brainer. I would love to go to Vegas.
You know where I would want an Earles at? And it just came to me. If you put one inside of like Cosm or something.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fire.
Inside where?
Inside of Cosm
Where's that?
in Inglewood with the
Oh,
domes.
I haven't been yet.
You know, been? I mean, I haven't been either, but
No,
I still like going in there.
Even to this day, I've had people ask, how come we're not in any of the arenas and sports arenas? You know, it's really, really sad. We've had our mark longer than any other restaurant in Los Angeles. I call it hateration. I call it keep the mom and pop level, keep them at that level. I don't know what it is, but there's something that is brewing among those successful, influential blacks that can make a significant difference with some of our restaurants in the community. It takes a simple conversation. A simpler one is this: hey, we want to get you into a stadium. We know your place ain't all that, but try and get it together. Dot your I's, cross your T's. We might lead you to a few people that can enable you to come into the restaurant, into the stadium. The reason why I say this is because while they were building and planning a lot of these stadiums, I'm pretty sure some of them people came in and have eaten at Earles. In fact, I'm pretty sure while y'all was planning them stadiums, you came in on your lunchtime and ate at Earles. In fact, I'm pretty sure after you finished eating at Earles, you went back to plan them stadiums. You probably wiped your mouth and said, boy, that Earles was good, wasn't it? Now, who we going to put in this stadium? Man, them chili cheese fries at Earle was bomb. Yeah, the Players Punch? Okay, back to business. Who we going to put in this stadium? From where? They do what? All right, okay, cool. It's like, how could you plan a stadium and y'all fuck with Earle and not have us in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
How?
So what do you feel like has been the biggest, disconnect, I guess, when it comes to people approaching you or getting
No,
some of
I
those
think
bigger
there's
opportunities?
the proper people, the glue, the people that are the glue between the community and that entity, that person that the glue, they always somehow look out for themselves. There's no way in the world you can have, I just can't understand how you could still have facilities being built and you got these places that just, motherfucker, you're not in LA. Where did this restaurant come from?
Where the comforts popped up. Yeah.
What the hell is this shit? It's an idea that somebody put together? Are you kidding me? I got 40 years. We're sewn into the fabric of the community. Yeah. We've worked with every public school in the community, every public school in the community, every STEM, every private, man, if they only knew the type of private schools on the west side we do. The schools we do on the west side, their parents are the ones that push buttons from government to finance to the industry. Hey, bro, if I drop names and we're not doing 1 year, we got 20 plus years working with these schools. We work with them. It's like, and then you go places and you mention the name Earles and everybody gets giggly. What the hell is that about?
I think you're on the right, because even after we obviously we booked this interview, I was doing, but I seen you, I think you went on like KTLA or something like that. I think those are the right steps. Like, the mindset of like, I got to go Mr. Beast mode and like, since y'all not going to put it, I got to put it in front of everybody. Which, this might be a girl. She's, big PR over here.
I mean, I feel
you don't. Well, go.
Well, no, I mean, I guess you were onto something when you were saying like, the Mr. Beast route of what a lot of companies have to do these days to just get people in and go viral, quote unquote, right? Yeah. So like TikTok, YouTube, social media presence, it's a big influence in terms of how people find.
And that's the problem that I have.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. It's two things. I've had many other interviewers tell me, bro, you are what we have dreamed of. Like, you're every question and then some that we couldn't even write. Like, you got the shit we need. And I know what I have. I know what it is. I know what I can do with it. You don't even know what I have piled up. And I realize that my problem is that I really need, I'm at the point where I need that assistant that is quick with it, that knows all of the things that I need to be uploading and doing. Because
it's like the corporate side.
Yeah, I can't, I still feel awkward holding a camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom now. Yeah. Come on, guys, let's go. I just feel weird.
You see, I got this little, I'm like, and when my boy just hit me yesterday, because I feel like even with Suburban, I built the brand, but now they're like, if you got to build you. And my boy, he was like, you got to start a vlog. I'm like, I don't want to vlog, but it's a necessary piece.
It's necessary.
To it, and it's crazy though. It's crazy.
Realize, look, let me tell you something. I'm working on a reality show now.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen what, they had, what was the one? Gosh, I forget the name. It came and it went real fast. It was on the Oprah network. Sweetie Pie, long story behind that. That was a total disaster. Murder, the guy that was on that show ended up killing his nephew. It was crazy, but I realized so this is what social media is about now. This is what the internet is about. This is what the reality show is about. I'm like, this is what they fed them. I'm like, wow, my story would be incredible. You know, we've got me in the front, my brother in the back, my mom. It takes 3 of us to run a business. We would show from that angle what it's like. It's beautiful. Podcasts, I can get that done. I'm in the music industry. I've got hooks. I've got 30-second raps that I'm about to drop.
We got a studio. We should get you in a studio.
Bruh.
Hold on now, Solomon, cue it up.
Bruh.
Are you like,
Bruh.
but you can't come with the miracle spirit. You gotta,
Bro.
He's
got
trying to
it,
get in
bro.
the studio.
Bro.
all right, hey, we're gonna get him in the
Wait, so would you create an Earles
Bro.
jingle?
Hey, bro. I got about 11 30-second jingles that are all for Earles. Dope.
For real.
What? I have for when the people walk into the restaurant, the first thing, for years I'm rapping. I'm like, do I want to get back into this game? Yeah, cats be like, oh, yeah, you dope, but this is an obnoxious generation. They'll say that's a dope old dude. Or that great, they'll say something. And that's all right. It's your time to speak. But you're not going to call me some gray old dude. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out fighting.
Yeah.
So when I write my stuff, I'm always into style. I could write bubblegum, but make that bubblegum really good. So I kept saying to myself, I could compete or just do what's in front of me. Write about your restaurant. Oh, it's easy, but make it dope.
Yeah.
What's the first thing people do when they walk into my restaurant? We say, welcome to Earles. Why not do a rap start off like that? Welcome to Earles.
Bro, you put that on TikTok. I mean, I'm not on TikTok. All this stuff be going crazy all the time.
Welcome to Earles. Well, we got that beef, that chicken, that turkey dog only at Earles. Well, we got the veggie burger, veggie dog, veggie link here at Earles.
This shit got some cadence.
I heard my pastrami be banging, my turkey burger way on point. Plus my salmon burger so delectable, that be my joint. Pile on my chili cheese fries, stack it. We don't be taking no short, stack it. Looking like pizza for sure, stack it. This must be heaven for sure, no capping. Sip on the player punch. The player punch bring out the player in you. Banana pudding and peach cobbler, high school coffee cake make you go hamana. We even got vegan dessert for the vegan, so there won't be no type of drama. Now go ask your mama, your auntie, your grandmama. Go tell your daddy, brother, and grandpapa. Tell them I split them, I grill them. Stomach, I fill them. Surface, I kill it with love, now you chillin'. Told you I hit him. Mayweather hit him. Shooting my threes like Kobe, I hit him. Shooting.
Yo, is this out?
Where
Bro,
is
I got
this?
30-second commercials about to drop. We shooting that video in 2 weeks.
Bro, that clip is finna kill him.
I love it.
We got a dance called the Kobe.
Okay.
I love the reverb in there.
My 7-year-old and I did a dance called the Kobe. So we hoping the rap go viral.
Yeah.
The dance go viral. The dance is the jumper, the crossover, the dribble, dunk. It's called the Kobe. You ain't never seen this before.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I'm excited to see it come to life.
You gotta,
The whole thing, and that's the thing, to give it that Kendrick Lamar effect, to invite the community, to have everybody happy. I have people that tell me, Earle, I see you on video. I saw you or I heard you. Nigga, I had to get up and go get something to eat. That's why I'm here. That's good. So when you see my rap video, you know what you're going to do? You're going to get up and come and eat.
Earle, you have no idea. I'm going to get Earle.
You're going to get up and eat.
I just called him Earle. Jesus Christ.
Hey, hey, my pastrami be banging like it's in the army. Pop, 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 pop. It's all beef. I don't pork. It's all beef. I put love in my food. I don't want no beef. Speaking of beef, my pastrami, one of the best if you pardon me. Hit it with chili or cheese or mustard and pickle to keep it OG. We slice it, then grill it.
That's that future flow.
Yeah, bro. I told you I got about 11 songs. It's stupid. People gonna be looking like, yo, this dude got a rap. He dropping it. He fly.
Wait, okay.
What would be some of your dream features if you could put them on the song?
If I could put somebody on,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to mess with Snoop. I flipped a song for a song with one of them Snoop songs for my restaurant. Stupid. I flipped one of those.
I heard a little Quavo in there, a little bit.
Hey, dude, I really got some
Quavo.
I can, but it's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. You have a bubbly personality, but I feel like when she asked that question, you kind of lit up. Like, wait, hold on. Like, the music is really where your heart is.
Here's what's
Facts.
going on. My brother came out here to study aeronautical engineering, and the music was me. So he gassed me up and was like, come out here, do your music. Oh, and you could do the food too. But I tried to do the music and it wasn't happening. So I put all the effort and energy into the food. But I somehow said, you know what? Instead of putting myself below the hot dog cart, bring your energy, that entertainment with it.
Yeah,
With it.
facts.
So at the hot dog cart, I was always rapping over there.
Yeah.
Always rapping at the hot dog cart. What ended up happening? I ended up getting signed with Ice Cube.
That's
I
crazy.
got signed with Ice Cube.
How did
in
he find
92.
you?
My homeboys called me up. They knew I was from Trinidad. My homeboys called me up, was like, Ice Cube doing a song. What's the name of the song? It's called Wicked. He want a reggae hook on it. I was like, whatever. Sure enough, calls me back later, about later on that evening, calls me, goes, yo, I need you to come into the studio. Ice Cube need you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I hung up the phone. 5 minutes later, he called me back. He's like, yo, bro, for real, need you in the studio. Cube need a hook. Hung the phone up again. Third time he called back, Cube on the phone. Hey, your name Don Jaguar? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, it's Cube, man. You do reggae? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I need you to come on down. Homeboys gave me back the phone. I was like, nigga, that was Cube. He's like, I told you.
Went down there.
20 minutes I went down there, smoked my little thing, get up, I listened to the song. You know, Wicked, it's a reggae hook. It was on the Predator album. The Predator album had Today Was a Good Day. Well, the song Wicked was the first single. It went double platinum.
That was you?
Yeah.
What?
So I did the reggae hook. We went double platinum. I walked in that studio. I'm from Trinidad. You know me, Wicked, Ice Cube and Don Jaguar, we wicked. We pick up the mic and rip up this sound. Yes, we wake up. We wicked. All of the gal love my sound. My name is Don Jaguar and Ice Cube. We run this song. Wicked. Cube was like, yo, I want to
That's your voice on that song?
Who would have ever known that?
I am the only, look at it, look at that. I am the only rapper in the game with the longest running successful food. I wish I had somebody to market that. All the time we think it is Jay-Z with 40/40 Club and, you know, what's his name with the chicken place in Vegas, you know, and Rick Ross. Nah, it's Earle. 40 years, baby. They all rookies.
I am flabbergasted right now.
But what about, what's your thoughts on Bun B and Trill Burgers?
That's dope. Everybody rookies, though.
Okay.
Everybody below me. That's
Fuck
dope.
Bun B and Trill
Like,
Burgers. Oh, what are we talking about?
I got legacy.
I'm going to say it for you.
We got legacy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I love all them spots, but unless y'all working with the city, y'all working with hundreds of schools, unless you got a dub under your belt, you dig? Unless you're working with the white folks, the black folks, unless you're doing fundraisers. Now, I ain't talking about 4 or 5. I'm talking about hundreds. As long as you know, if you're working with the colleges, you know what I'm saying? Are you doing relief efforts? Are you working with state, local, and government officials? Are they using your home base while they running for office?
Sam, can we get some bombs?
Yeah.
Can we drop some bombs?
Are they doing that? They not doing that. Everybody is a mirrored reflection. Everybody is doing something that their mama did and they learning it. Nah, we Earles. We from the gutter. We from the bottom. We are the one. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, you know, we want to give, I would love to give that image that, you know, we just not that run-of-the-mill restaurant, man. Like, we are part of the community. Like, you get, you know, I see the popularity. You know, I love, shout out to Thrill. Man, Bun B, I love that. You know, I'm dying to have my first Bun B burger because, trust me, I'm looking at an angle and I'm like, okay, I got to get my boxes looking like that.
Right.
You know, and I look at the marathon. Nip grew up on our food. You know, I'm proud of Sam and all them doing that. But, of course, I'm like, man, I can't wait for my time to come through there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm realizing Sam got a lot of work. He either got to put the face behind the burgers and work behind the counter or go behind the marketing and do that. And it's hard to keep yourself in both spots.
I'm glad you brought that up because I went to the Marathon Burger opening. It was dope. And I'm in there and I'm looking and I'm like, I'm watching Sam make these burgers. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it was just a inspiring moment for any hustler, or just any entrepreneur. And then as I'm thinking, when I walk into Earle, I see you in Earles and I see you doing the same thing. And so when you see that from Sam, I want to know from your perspective, what do you see when you see that?
No, I love it. A couple of my homies be communicating between me and Sam. Like, I have never had long conversation with Sam physically, but I got partners that fuck with Sam. And they be like, yo, I was just at Earles and told Sam, you know, so there's conversation, you know? And I was very proud to see that because a lot of these guys are really not in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? they started in the hood. Like, people don't know that history of Nip, you know what I'm saying? That was a great influential story. You know, we are those stories that you don't hear about. You hear the negative, but ain't nobody talk the fact that Nip opened up on Slauson and Crenshaw.
Yeah.
That is Beirut. That is Lebanon. That's Iraq. You don't set up there. A man set up shop. There's a Fat Burger, the Buffalo Wings. He was part of that operation. You know what I'm saying? That's huge and significant that he was able to bring it back into his community. I don't mind it's on the west side. That's good, because now you got everybody coming to eat a brother's food. That's
Melrose,
good.
yeah.
That's good. You know, but you got other brothers that open up spots and set up on the west side. I got no love for you. I could drop some names. I got no love for you. You know, there's one particular place. It's closed right now. My heart goes out to the employees.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Kevin Hart.
Damn straight.
Kevin Hart.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Kevin, you good people, man. We love you to death, Kevin. Come on, man. We love you to death. How the fuck you gonna open up way out there? And I don't give a shit who you listening to, homeboy. I don't give a fuck what business man you listening to of mine. Motherfucker, you should have opened that down in the Crenshaw area or in your neighborhood, brother. That's where you used to fucking get your haircut from Mad Marv. You got your haircut on Crenshaw. So what the fuck you not going to invest in Crenshaw now? You going to only invest in us because when it's time to make a fucking joke, that's the only thing you see my neighborhood for is fucking jokes? You want to buy a fucking joke? That's what you see us niggas is good for our teeth? Laughing at your fucking jokes? Or if it's a new tennis shoe or a fucking rap, but you niggas don't want to invest in my neighborhood? This is passion, man.
Yeah.
You gonna open up in another fucking neighborhood? And then you gonna go on the edges of Culver City or Inglewood, where the fuck it was? Shout out to Inglewood. But you gonna go in some other area? Did you really do that? But you gonna come to these niggas to spend $10,000 to watch you make a fucking joke? You gonna think they gonna fuck your shit up? Really? They gonna tear your shit up. Or somebody told you that money is not in my neighborhood, but you come for the money to get your comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You make nigga jokes. The backbone of your shit is niggas. But I don't want to just bang on him, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not there. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's an image thing.
But you're not wrong, because you see like Kevin Hart, and again, you know, big ups to him and his hustle and everything. But to that point, he comes with this idea, hey, I want to do this food stuff. And then they just start popping up. He gets Michael Rubin to back it, and it's like...
Hey, man, y'all gonna hear it from my voice last and foremost. I'm down in the Crenshaw district. The riots happened in 1992. That was over 25 years ago. Up until recently, most of those buildings in my community still had for sale and for lease signs. A lot of that property was available. There were many successful and influential blacks that left my community that did not come back and reinvest. For Earles to be one of the role models in the community, it's a great thing, and it's also a bad thing because it shows that we lack diversity and every other type of economic structure that could build our community. You can go into any poor black, Latino, white, or Asian community, and you see commerce, you see business, you see lack of investment in my community. And if there's anybody, I'm not gonna blame some little white lady that's coming in. I'm not gonna blame that. I'm going to blame the ones that come into my hood because the soul food is good, and then they leave. I'm going to blame the ones that come down to the hood to get that gang high five that they still down with the hood, and then they leave. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. Now, remember, when you're a successful black person, you can do what you want with your money. Please don't let me be that ignorant black man that's telling you what to do with your money. However, I will say this. We are fucked up, and we need help. We are fucked up, and we need help. We're not telling you to run this shit. You got things to do. You got 4 niggas that swing on your balls every day. Put them in a 6-month business course. So now they got something to do. That's 1. Rich dude, you'll never use your money. You got corporate money. You got credit. You'll never use money. And if it goes bad, you'll write it off. 2, are the people going to come out and see you? Yes, you can have deep fried pig and cow balls. Do you know what? They're going to come and see you. Why? Because they're paying $10,000 to see you dunk. They're paying $50,000 to see you catch on the sideline, and they're paying $100,000 to see you hit behind a home run. So yes, they'll come out for them deep fried cow balls. So any excuse you got of it not working in your neighborhood, in your community, you're full of shit. You ain't got to work it. Your homies will work it. You ain't got to use your money. It's corporate money. You ain't got to worry about it because the people going to come out and support it. Do you know what that does for your community in terms of jobs? How many youngsters you now about to employ? How many people about to... On a simple level, man, we always got to think it's some rocket science behind it. Nah, fuck that, Kev. You could have done that, Kev. You could open up that same shit down in my neighborhood. And guess what? You wouldn't have been paying that high rent either.
It would have went crazy too if he did.
What?
It would have went
So
crazy.
I didn't even get a chance to go because I'm like, I'm not in that area.
Hey, dude, as much as I was mad, I was trying to go myself. I got a voice recorder and a text that I reached out to whoever they corporate people was, where I even reached out, was like, hey, this Earle, I know y'all went under. Maybe we can still do something. Maybe I can do the Kevin Hart burger at Earles.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad
That'd be
idea.
cool.
What?
A collaboration.
What?
Yeah.
And you know what that would do?
What? Never done before? I reached out, like I verbally reached out whoever they people went on their profile, they whatever, checked their business thing, left the email like, yo, reach out.
Yeah.
Before y'all throw it in, reach out.
Did y'all get a response?
Yeah, no. Reach out. You put all this work into this. Oh, it's just God. So those are the things I'm talking about. We need the investments, man. We need it. We're not getting it, you know? This music that I do, you know, I got signed with Cube. It went double platinum. I was happy. Cube ended up signing me. People don't know I also wrote Eazy-E's last album before he died. That went double platinum.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, the whole album? Or you wrote on
I
it?
wrote half of it. BG Knockout wrote half. I wrote the other half. Rhythm D did mainly the majority of the album. My rap name is Don Jaguar.
Yo, wait, are you getting royalties from this stuff? What's good?
Yeah.
I was just about to
Let
ask.
me hold $1, man. What's
Yeah.
up?
Oh no, well that was back then. That was some years ago. But my rap name when I was signed with Cube was Don Jaguar. But when I wrote for Eazy-E, I was known as the Dog Catcher.
Okay.
And the reason why I changed my name was I had a hot dog cart at the time. Writing for Eazy, that's when they were dissing Death Row.
Oh, gotcha.
And Sugars of Blood. My hot dog cart was in the jungle that got Bloods. Eazy told me one day, you know, Suge's baby mama live in the jungles. I was like, so? He was like, you know, one day, like, you know, you like the only hot dog cart in the jungles. I'm like, so? He's like, well, what if he finds out that you the guy that's writing all these lyrics dissing Death Row? What are you gonna do? He's like, Suge could come by and flip your hot dog cart. And that was the day I changed my name to the Dog Catcher. It was it was never Don Jaguar after that.
We got Timmons. We got some discussion questions. I do want to dive into the business a little bit. Because I see it's you. You mentioned your mother.
Me, my mom, my brother.
Your brother. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you are front-facing, marketing, loud, bravado.
That's me.
What are the other roles that are played in
My brother's behind the scenes. It's a full-time operation. This is why a reality show would be beautiful, because the majority of these things, you're just going to see of these shows, you just see what's happening in front of you. No, with me, it's a Batman and Robin. I'm Robin, he's Batman. It's a two-part scene. I'm Hollywood. Lights, cameras, action.
How about say, I feel
What's
like
on that dog? Let's get it going. Ba, 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 ba. But that door behind me, I don't go behind that door behind me. In front, you got 6 to 8 employees. We doing it. I go behind that door, 6 to 8 employees making our operation function. Those are the guys that are doing the prep work, the cleanup, the washing, picking up supplies. Vans are going here, vans are going there. My brother's on the phone paying this bill, that payroll, that light bill, dealing with the IRS, this landlord, that landlord, this breaking, that breaking. We got 4 work vehicles. That means we got 4 drivers. Everybody got 4 different driving habits. That means 4 braking habits, 4 driving skills. That means 4 vehicles going in and out and in and out, in and out. So it's not, yeah, brother, we are not just a restaurant. We are a full-time catering operation, mechanic shop. The van's got to be running right. It's a full operational endeavor.
And did you guys go so how did it go? Like, was it like cart?
The hot dog cart came first between 85 and 95. We worked the hot dog cart for 10.5 years in the parking lot.
Just one?
Yep. But we were also the first ones outside the clubs at night. You see the Latinos working the hot dog carts? We were the first ones outside working clubs.
How come y'all didn't get like 2 or 3 more?
The hardest thing about that was while I was working during the day, my brother was busy picking up supplies and doing stuff. So working the hot dog cart at shit. I was living in Sylmar. I was living in the valley, driving all the way out here. So it was an hour to come to work, an hour to go home for the first 2 years, and then we moved to LA.
Got you.
So it was work, but for 6 days a week, I was working at that swap meet in that parking lot with that hot dog cart, 9 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. Then the drive home, and then at nighttime we'd get the cart ready, and on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays we would drive to Paradise 24. That was a club in Santa Monica, all black club. That was the only club in LA that you partied with every black celebrity. Mike Tyson, Prince, Belle Biv DeVoe, Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Oh, it was
You partying with Prince?
people partied with Prince. It was called Paradise 24.
Oh, I would love
biggest
to have
club in
partied
Los
with
Angeles.
Prince.
Oh yeah, it was just the biggest black club in LA. And we would set our hot dog cart up outside the club. And that's where a good portion of people knew us.
Yeah.
Going in the club, you know, the guys knew us. Women didn't want to talk to you. But coming out, there was a line of 150, 200 people ready to eat. So they knew us outside the clubs. They knew me at the Crenshaw swap meet. We tried to set up at other locations, but no spot had that vibe like that swap meet. People were coming there, you know? It was
Would
just
you
set
have
up.
done anything differently looking back on your journey?
I'll be honest with you, no. I'm actually, looking back, I am actually glad things did happen. I used to be the disgruntled rapper. When is my time gonna come? You know, I'm signed with Cube, and, you know, we went double platinum, and I got plaques, and I'm for Easy, and I'm known, and I got write-ups. When is my time coming? Man, can I just do open up for somebody? And it never came, you know. It hurt me, you know. And, man, I'm responsible for Bone Thugs and Harmony being Bone Thugs and Harmony. People, what did you do for Bone Thugs and Harmony? Shout out, Bone. Y'all are Bone. But your producer, I'm the reason that y'all got that producer. You know, I took that producer. You know, I'm one of them dudes that they were recording at the time, so I bring my boy Unique with me, DJ Unique. Hey, I'm going to write some music for Easy. Why don't you come with me? Bring him along, introduce him to Easy. Easy, he's got beats. Oh, you got beats? Yeah. Easy, tell him to go back, bring him. He brings some beats on a cassette. He says, yeah, go play these for me, you know. I got some guys in the room next door. They from Cleveland. They named Bone Thugs and Harmony. I need some beats for them. I'm signed with Cube. I'm like, okay, whatever. Bone Thugs and who? Okay, what? I'm Don Jaguar. Then boom, a year later, them boys get signed. So to see all these things happen, Mac 10 used to be in my hot dog cart writing. How this sound, Jaguar? How this? Because I was signed with Cube. I was bigger than all of them. You know, they come into the hot dog cart. Once everybody got big, nobody came to the hot dog cart no more. You know, and to see all them people blew up, you know, it hurt. Like, damn, when is my time coming? You know, like, you were responsible. You had some part of that. But now I look back, I'm like, I got 140-something thousand followers on Instagram now.
Hey.
I'm like,
paved your own
hey.
lane, you know?
I'm like, bruh, like, would you, man, if I did that back then, I'd have probably come and gone. It's like, bro, you have just reignited your, bro.
Sure. You reinvented yourself.
You reinvented yourself, bro.
Okay, two more. Well, this is really Tallie's question that I want to bring back, because she brought up, like, when you opened the spot on Crenshaw. Did you know Crenshaw was like?
Crenshaw was not popping. Crenshaw only got popping because we helped make it pop. When we went down, when we had our hot dog cart, the hot dog cart was between 1985 and 1996. During that time, the riots happened in 92. From when the riots jumped off, that's when we got the first chance to open up our brick and mortar in 92. It was during the year of the riots. In December, we opened it up. Crenshaw was not popping. You had a lot of barbershops in there, but we were on a side street. There was the parking was in the back. You couldn't really park. At the time, it was really a bad spot. You know, we were, the empty lot right next to us, that actually was a building. But when the riots came, it burnt that building down. So we were in the middle of the block, which was even worse. So it was really horrible. What even made it even worse, I was cooking the food so good at my hot dog cart, customers would come and get a hot dog at the cart. I would tell them, go to the restaurant, go and support them over there. They're doing the same thing. They say, okay, no problem. They would leave me, go to the restaurant, come back 10 minutes later and be like, nah, bro, it's not the same. We got to go park. They not cooking it like you. Yeah, they cooking it, but you just different. And so that Crenshaw spot, we were down there for 17 years. It took 17 years to build it up. What made us move, it started getting a bit crazy. The only problem with that area, a lot of those businesses, they needed to police themselves. And what I mean by that is they had customers that their customers just started to get wilding out. A lot of them customers was wilding out down there. So it got dangerous.
Right.
But we were lucky that somebody told us, hey, we got another spot, Jack's Chili Factory. Somebody told us, hey, I got another spot. It's got seating for about 80, 90 people. When you're ready to shut this spot down, come and open up. And that's what we did. We shut down the Lamert spot after 17 years, went up to Crenshaw and Exposition, our second location. We were there for 7.5 years. The city came to the owner of the property. They did an eminent domain. They paid him for the property. And they told us, go wherever you want to go and we'll build it. And we came to where we are right now. So it's a great story.
Yeah.
Because my brother came out here 40 years ago to build a hot dog cart, and then 40 years later, the city built our restaurant.
I love it. All right, last one, and then we got to get out of here. So I'm gonna give us the boot. These are usually discussion questions. Tallie, I'm pulling an audible. She don't like that word, but and because we're gonna clip this up, and I know the audience is gonna have their opinions on it. But for you, I want to hear from the horse's mouth, if you will. If you could pick 3 spots, where would you put the next Earles location?
All right, real quick. Like I said, there's 60 cities in Los Angeles. I could put it in every one. We do a lot of work from Calabasas, a lot of work from Calabasas to Watts, Long Beach, etc. We could do that. But for right now, the way the rent is and everything like that, I'd be honest with you, if I had to open up, I think Vegas would be a hot spot, primarily because I'll be able to own the property. That's one. Whatever the cost is in LA, I'm pretty sure I can own a property.
If rent wasn't a problem, we're in LA.
If rent wasn't a problem,
no issue. You could just open it and have it successful.
Like
what
any part, yeah.
Any part of LA. What part of LA? It could be in a spot, Cosm. What part?
Oh wow.
Or where? Dodger Stadium.
Oh wow. Probably Sophie Stadium.
Ooh.
Probably Sophie Stadium. Like I could hit Brentwood. Like they love me in Malibu. Like the Palisades, the Malibu area. You know, I did so much work up and down PCH. I done counted the amount of McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger Kings, how many fish places. I done said, Earl, you'll win. Like I know how many houses be up there, how many people be in them homes just for the summertime. Come back, they out of there, they gone. I know Pepperdine up the road. Like I done did my research. Like, bro, if you put a Earles here, if I put a Earles in any one of these cities, I'm a do, man. It's like ain't nobody ever had this menu. You know, so if it was a city, Sophie Stadium, the West Side need me too. Somewhere on the West Side, your Calabasas, you know, way out there, probably
Venice.
Somewhere.
I could see you in Venice, low key.
Yeah, I could see that too. Even Long Beach, y'all popping down here too. You know, down there, Shoreline and all.
One on Slauson, Somerville, everybody popping up over there. I could see one.
That's
over there.
still, yeah. I could do.
Or by USC in the Village.
USC
area.
loves us. I'm mad at USC. We got over 25 years catering for them. I do anything from 10 to 2,000 person jobs. USC loves us because we can knock the crowd out like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the catering, most of the people that deal with us love us for the simple fact that instead of getting 3 restaurants for your catering, you can get Earles. We're going to do burgers, dogs, sliders, etc. But we're known for our sliced brisket, our shredded brisket, our baby back ribs, our vegan menu, Mediterranean.
I'm so
That fast.
hungry.
She said,
Oh, no, the catering is stupid.
Can we go
Catering
to
is
Earles
stupid.
today?
let's go. I'm down.
Catering is stupid.
We pulling up.
Definitely. Don't play with me.
I'm coming.
And, you know, I was going to say, if there's any other questions that y'all wanted to do, we can do them on the spot, on the phone. Like, we missed a question. It's nothing to.
I love it.
I have one more discussion
Go ahead,
question, real quick.
I'm old. I'm going to use the
Okay.
restroom.
All
You
right.
close out.
All right, I'll close out. Sure. I'll wait till Scottie leaves. Okay, so what do you feel like it takes for a Black-owned business to thrive in LA in today's age?
Consistency, and you must have a real serious will and determination drive. You have to really be outside the box, and I'm very lucky. I'm lucky because, and I could admit it, that I have my brother.
Mm-hmm.
My brother came out here and started the business. I came out here and helped him with the business. I didn't want to do hot dogs, but I saw the potential.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody can see certain potential, so I
Right.
got to remember there's a drawback for certain people, but I saw potential. I said to myself, I could keep complaining and making hot dogs, or I could finesse it and do my music, my finesse.
Right.
And add that. That's my Hollywood, I say, my music. Bring it in there. And I was able to combine them both. And my attitude was, you play your role, let him play his role. You play your position, he play your position. But I also realized something, that you have to have a hunger. You have to separate yourself from the pack. These are the horses running. You got to be that horse that's out here. My brother has a work ethic, and you better have a work ethic that is unlike any other work ethic that anybody else has. When you're sick, you better get up. When you're up, you better stay up. Don't complain about hours. You better get up early. You better find every way around the situation. There are times when we run out of things that we don't have, that Smart and Final or this restaurant might not have. And one of my guys got to jump in the truck, and he's got to drive 2 hours to damn near almost San Diego to go get that thing. It is being aware of what's going on around you. It's really hard for us.
Yeah.
It's really, 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 really hard for us. Like, I literally had to carve my own path as to what can I do differently.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love it when people tell me, oh, Earles, the service and everything, what you do at Earles and the feeling. You see how everybody gets giddy. They get so happy when they mention Earles. You don't get happy when you hear about other spots and all that. So I said to myself, what is it that I'm doing I'm personal with these people? And I think that is what it has to be too. You have to get more personal. You have to be more grassroots. Sorry, but a lot of you owners, you got to be behind the counter. You have to go greet your people.
Well said.
Well
said. Honestly, I think you hit it right on the head. And,
you have to.
I think everybody is going to be inspired by your journey and, the things that you've shared. So thank you so much for even coming on, dropping gems and sharing your story with us.
Anytime.
And let us know.
Look, let me tell you something. The biggest problem with us blacks in business is that you don't have people like me spreading business or sharing business.
Yeah.
So anytime you guys ever want to sit down and talk about a specific topic on business or such and such like that, I would love to give it.
Would love that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because they're not getting it from anywhere else. They're not getting it from that celebrity who they so much look up to. They're not getting it from any government official. They're nervous.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I think that's something that, everybody can stay tapped in with you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode and, the gems that he dropped. Let us know where we can connect with you and where we can find you.
They could check me out. They could, our Instagram, Earles on Crenshaw. Earles, check out the Instagram, Earles on Crenshaw. Y'all could personally check out my Instagram, Earle Duane.
Okay.
Tap in. Let me know what your ideas are, your thoughts. Let's do this, man.
Let's do it. Thank you so much, Earle, or should I say Duane? Earles on Crenshaw for coming on Suburban with Scottie and Tallie. We'll see you guys next time.
Crenshaw, baby. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Great job.
Thank you.